各位贵宾各位学者专家大家午安今天非常高兴当 Professor Mataf 的第一个引言人因为我想4年前大家 PGV2 在引进台湾非常成功，大家就感受它对台湾养猪产业很大的帮助但是有一些客户里头还是会抱怨说，它使用效果不好。事实上，在他们很多猪场里头，保育猪有很高的死亡率，然后去诊断里头，其实大部分都是 PRRS 危害。所以可以想象到，未来的话，在 PGV2 后 PGV2 时代里头 ，PRRS 还是我们最要面对的一个问题今天刚好第一次论坛在这边举行100家公司跟李良义基金会里头呢，邀请了国内外很多著名的专家来分享他们对于 PRRS 成功控制的经验第一个我们的 speaker 的话呢，是一个非常著名的Professor Mataf 他是1980年在俄亥俄毕业以后1985进入明尼苏达大学工作，95年的话呢，他变成教授，一直到现在，所以累积了20-30年的在猪病这方面的非常丰富的经验还记得有时候在国际研讨会里头常常看到他的影子有在他的场子里头常常是非常客满晚一点到的话可能还站着听我想今天大家非常幸运有机会来参加他的这个聆听他的演讲另外一个的话，我们也非常高兴，今天我们詹志成教授也是台湾第一个发现 PRRS 不是第一个把 PRRS 分离出来的一个的张老师他非常幽默风趣PRRS 也做非常多的研究，由他来为 Professor Mataf 来做那个翻译，我相信各位会受益良多因为今天 schedule 非常紧迫我就简单把 Professor Mataf 的介绍到这地方我们大家一起欢迎 Professor Mataf。Welcome Professor Mataf。
你好吗 Yeah. It is an honor for me and a privilege to be here at this very special forum, looking at what we know and what we can do to control PRRS 20 years after the first vaccine, the Boehringer Ingelheim MLV vaccine, was introduced to help control PRRS.
好，场面话这个很高兴20年来这个疫苗出现之后，那能够在这个比较特殊的一个论坛里面跟各位来讨论，看能不能够找到一个比较好的方法来对 PRRS 做出怎么样的一个比较好的控制的方法谢谢。
So PRRS may not be responsible for all of the pollution in Beijing and maybe outside today, but at times it feels like it is.
这个 PRRS 虽然不会是我们现在跟这个组里面什么关系，是说 PRRS 当然不是跟外面的北京北京的外面或者我们现在外面的这个污染有关但是它在我们的养猪产业基本上它是一个很重要的一个疾病
So I would like to share with you today some of the things we have learned through the years in how to control PRRS more effectively. And it's very important to understand that this work has been the collaborations of a lot of people that have been very valuable, students and postdocs in my laboratory at the University of Minnesota, Scott D., Jeff Zimmerman, Paul Yeske, Eric Nelson, individuals, Mike Roof and Eric Vaughn at Boehringer Ingelheim. These people, many of these people, they are leaders in the industry. And this is a very important problem, and there are many sponsors of the work who want to see the problem of PRRS solved. And I need to disclose that I have 2 patents on PRRS, so that's a piece of information that is worth knowing.
好，在过去这么多年来那有关于 PRRS 的研究，在我们个人里面有非常多合作的一个对象包括我的这个博士班的研究生在列在上面的，还有 Scott D、Jeff Zimmerman、Paul Yeske、Eric Nelson、Mike Roof 这些人在过去这几年，我们都有在一起从事 PRRS 的这个研究。另外呢，我们也感谢很多的赞助的这个单位包括国家的单位，包括所谓的治疗单位谢谢。
So the first tool for protection of PRRS was the MLV vaccine introduced in 1994.
好，第一支控制蓝耳病的这个所谓的减毒的活毒疫苗哈，刚开始发表的时候是在1994年。
In 1994, we knew that we had had PRRS for 4 years already at that time. In the history of PRRS, it became obvious in the U.S. that there was some kind of problem in the late 1980s. It was discovered in Europe at about the same time. More severe forms of PRRS virus started appearing in 1996. Even more severe later on, the high-path PRRS, high-mortality PRRS in China in 2006, and we continue to see new virulent PRRS viruses at this time.
好，这个刚刚我有一段稍微漏掉。好，那个基本上这个病这疫苗在1994年94年发表，但是基本上这个病在很早以前我们就可以发现了，从1979年、1987、1988，甚至1994之后的1990年，甚至我们一直到现在，我们持续都一直发现很多新的一个具有高病原性的这个PRRS的病毒都出现哦。
It's important to understand, I think, that all of the PRRS viruses that are responsible for severe disease are in this one group of type 2 viruses, first discovered in North America, the high-path PRRS in China, all of the highly virulent PRRS viruses that are the problems in the industry in Taiwan and this region are type 2 viruses.
好，在过去我们所发现的这个PRRS的这个病毒株基本上大部分都属于所谓的北美的病毒株。那包括在中国发现的这个高病原的病毒株，甚至我在台湾发现的这病毒，基本上都属于第2型的北美的病毒株。
And these viruses are highly virulent because they reach peak viral loads. They grow to higher levels in the pig. They have high virulence in the respiratory infection in growing pigs. They have high virulence in the reproductive phase, so in sow herds, and they happen to induce innate interferon, which is important in stimulating immune responses.
好，第2型的北美的病毒株基本上有很多重要的特性，包括感染之后它会产生比较高的这个病毒量，它也在这个呼吸道的疾病的致病性也比较高，而且它的这个感染之后会产生所谓的干扰素的能力也比较强，那这个干扰素的产生也同时是可以所谓诱发有效的免疫反应很重要的一个cytokine。
When we look at PRRS, it's important to understand how the virus is spread around. It's highly virulent, but the fact that it can be easily spread is an important reason and why it is such an important pathogen. And the most important way that viruses, and PRRS is a good example, are spread around is they go with their host. So pigs are the most important way by which PRRS moves. Semen is a very important way in which PRRS virus moves. Transport vehicles, if you move infected pigs around, the truck becomes infected. People, and then other factors that are less important but known to happen, including needles and things that the virus sticks on.
好，那我们要了解PRRS到底是怎么样传播的哈？那它具有这么高的病原性，那它的传播的方式基本上最重要的是感染的动物往哪边走，PRRS就往哪边移动哈。所以基本上它最重要的就是它的宿主猪。接下来就是说这个精液里面它可能也污染了这个感染的这个，因为感染的猪有了病毒，然后污染了这个精液之后，就有精液的输送、精液的这个人工受精方式感染。另外来运输也是一个重要的因素。基本上就是这个病就随着感染的动物、感染的物品移动。那另外在所谓的我们在现场里面所用的这些针头或者其他的一些东西，只要有污染，都可能成为这个传播的一个路径之一。
So this is a a diagram of how PRRS virus can move around in a typical production system in the United States, where where pigs are housed in multiple sites. They move all in and all out as groups, and they only go in one direction. And PRRS virus can come in, as we pointed out, through semen. It can come in through infected gilts that enter a sow herd. Infected sows that farrow piglets that are infected can bring virus into nurseries, and so on. So there are multiple ways that PRRS virus can get into a herd.
好，这个我们来看一下，我们在美国的这个生产的系统基本上是属于一个多地生产的单向的这一种流行的一个管理系统。那我们PRRS的感染可能在这一个系统里面的任何一个途径都可以进入。那从刚开始的这个从精益的这个污染，人工受精进入到这个猪场里面去，也可能借由这个新女猪进入，然后接下来从母猪这个开始，接下来也可能从这个保育猪，或者是从这个所谓的肉猪这个路径，任何的一个途径都可以进入感染。
So what are the tools that we have available to us to help control and prevent PRRS virus infections? If PRRS moves with pigs, then having negative pigs is the most important thing you can do. Negative semen is essential. Good biosecurity on the farm to prevent the introduction of PRRS virus by people and by fomites. Clean transportation vehicles. Herd closure, a method for getting PRRS out of a farm. Good management and vaccination.
好，那到底我们要怎么样来控制这个PRRS这个疾病？那最重要的一点，基本上就是要拥有所谓阴性的这个猪群，那阴性的这个精液，然后接下来要重视所谓的生物安全。另外，我们用所谓的关闭猪场、封闭猪场的方式，也可以达到清除PRRS的目的。另外，当然健康的管理还有疫苗施打都是可以使用来控制PRRS的方法之一。
So if we look at some of the factors that are important, a very simple biosecurity measure is simply changing clothes, changing boots when you go from one farm to another, washing hands, just very simple common sense things that have an important role to play in preventing PRRS transmission.
好，那就关于所谓的生物安全的部分哈，很简单的一个生物安全的部分，借由换所谓的衣服，换所谓的鞋子，雨鞋，然后这样的方式，然后从另外一个猪场到另外一个猪场，只要你做好这样的一个换衣服、换雨鞋，接下来清洗这个手的这个动作，那就可以预防这个病毒的一个传播。
Another common sense thing is when you come in to the room before you enter a barn, is you establish a dirty side and a clean side. Where you come in on the dirty side, you take your shoes off, do not let your feet touch the floor, swing them over to the clean side, and now you can put on clean boots and clean outerwear.
好，那这边再好好解释一下，这个怎么样达到这个所谓生物安全？你在同一个比较脏的地的猪场，要进入到另外一个猪场里面，你只要把这个你的鞋子脱掉，那鞋子脱掉，保存你的脚不要这个踏到地面上，然后把你的身体转过来，然后把你的原来的这个东西脱掉之后，换成新的这个鞋子跟新的衣服，基本上这样的方式就可以达到预防PRRS的一个目的。
Herd closure is a very effective method for getting PRRS out of a farm. This requires that you fill the barn full of sows so that you can maintain production for a period of more than 250 days. And during this time, then you make sure every animal in the herd is infected so they all develop immunity at the same time. If you wait a long period of time, in the U.S. this is typically greater than 250 days now, then you bring new animals in, you find out that the virus is completely gone. There are two important things here. One is it shows that you can completely get rid of PRRS virus in an infected herd. It also shows that immunity is able to completely eliminate PRRS virus from pigs. If immunity can be completely affected, it says that vaccination has the potential to be improved.
好，那另外来一个方式就是怎么样一个很有效的一个所谓可以把PRRS这个病毒完全把它赶出这个猪场外，那就是用这个所谓的封闭猪场的方式。那这个方式就是把这个猪场封闭大概250到260天。那但是一开始的时候，你必须要能够保证你在刚开始的时候，不管你用感染的方式或者用疫苗的方式，你要保证所有猪在同一个时间里面让它完全感染或完全的免疫。那这样的方式以后，把猪场关闭250 50或46天之后，发现这个所有的猪在这长达4年的时间都可以达到所谓的阴性的一个状态。那由这样的一个经验告诉我们2件很重要的事情。第一个就是说，借由封闭猪场的方式，可以达到完全把PRRS病毒清除的一个目的。第二个，由这样的一个经验来告诉我们，借由免疫的方式，在同一个时间感染，它可以产生一个非常有效的免疫反应，可以来达到所谓的这个PRRS清除。那既然有这样的一个经验来讲，疫苗的免疫变成是一个非常有效的一个可能，具有非常大的潜力，可以成为我们控制PRRS的一个方法之一。
So why do we care so much and put such great effort into getting rid of PRRS? And the reason is that PRRS outbreaks are very, very expensive.
好，那为什么我们这么注重这个所谓的这个PRRS的这个防治？因为PRRS的这一个爆发，它说起来代价非常非常的昂贵。
And this is one example from a few years ago that shows the kind of severe death losses and mortalities that you can get with high-path PRRS and virulent North American viruses, where over a 2 or 3 week period, sow mortalities in this herd were more than 60%. Pre-weaning mortality was 100% for a period of almost 8 weeks. So in a 2,000 sow herd, there were no pigs weaned for almost 2 months. And the total cost here was in the range of $1 million.
那我们来举一个例子，这个发生在几年前的一个实际的一个例子。那这个是一个2000头的猪场，那它的爆发这个急性高病原性的这个蓝耳病的时候，发现在中间有4个礼拜的时间这个母猪竟然可以高达50% 的这一个死亡率。那同时在这一个哺乳舍里面有8周的时间，基本上这个猪基本上可以达到一个相当几乎100%的一个死亡率。那在这个发生当中，基本上就是说，在这2个月的时间里面，几乎完全没有猪这个离乳。
So vaccination has an important role to play in control and prevention of PRRS, and it protects against severe clinical disease at all stages of production: the gilt developer, reproductive, and respiratory PRRS.
好，那基本上免疫这个疫苗有一些基本的好处，它可以减低所谓的临床的症状，包括在新女猪、母猪、保育猪到肉猪的阶段，都可以减少临床疾病的发生。
Okay, 2 specific examples. If you have naive pigs going into a positive herd or a pig-dense region where there's a high likelihood of being exposed to PRRS virus, vaccination several weeks before pigs are transported to these sites provides a high level of protection.
好，我们举一个例子，当你要移动这个所谓的阴性猪群到所谓的阳性的猪场里面去的时候，你只要在它要移动到这个阳性的猪场的之前的几个礼拜，你把它打这个疫苗， 那这个疫苗施打之后，可以很有效的防止这个疾病的发生。
The second very useful purpose for vaccination is as a treatment in the event of a PRRS outbreak. So vaccination, when you have an outbreak, reduces disease losses. You have to remember there are very few tools to deal with PRRS once an outbreak happens. And vaccination is one of the few treatment options that is available.
好，那基本上在对付所谓的疾病爆发的时候，基本上我们没有太多的方法可以去用，可以来用来所谓控制这个 PRRS。当在爆发的时候，那疫苗免疫基本上是其中之一，它免疫之后可以减少这一个所谓爆发所造成的一个临床上的一个损失。
So we talk about vaccination, but as you know, there are many, many different vaccine products. This is a partial list put together a few years ago from vaccines around the world. The list of vaccines produced in Asia, including Taiwan, that are not on this list is probably just as long.
好，这个在过去这么多年来，这个曾经有过的疫苗，在全世界的这个养猪的这个 market 上面，那这边列了一些。那当然在这里面我们没有列出所谓的这个亚洲一些国家或者包括台湾的一些产品在里面。
So we have many, many vaccines, but it's important to understand that many of these vaccines are no good.
我们都知道疫苗这么多，但是我们也知道很多的这里面很多的疫苗基本上都不是那么的好哈。
So I would like to talk to you about what some of the qualities are of vaccines that have demonstrated efficacy and safety. The most important thing about effective PRRS vaccines today is that they are modified live viruses. So they are attenuated to not have virulence, but they induce an immune response. And to do that, they have to be able to replicate in a pig. And for that reason, killed and subunit products do not provide substantial protection. Second is that attenuated vaccines are safe. If local isolates that are used to be used in the United States, an on-farm virulent virus is virulent. It is not safe. And importantly, good technical support is important in vaccination programs. It's one thing to have a vaccine, it's another thing to know how to use it. So companies that have learned the hard way how to use vaccines so they are more effective are able to provide good technical support and advice on when to give a vaccine and how to use it.
好，那接下来介绍一下安全的一个疫苗。那我个人认为，在目前的这个减毒的活毒疫苗里面，这个活毒疫苗基本上它可以在猪的身体里面去附注，可以产生很强的免疫反应，也可以达到保护猪的一个目的。那而且它也非常的安全。那另外呢，我们所知道的目前的一些所谓死殖跟次蛋类的疫苗，目前它并没有办法达到一个很好的一个保护的作用。另外，在我们北美的地区，有些猪场会去使用他们自己猪场里面的病毒株来作为免疫的这个种毒，但是这些局部的这个 local 的这个局部的这个地区所分离出来的，他们猪场里面的这个病毒基本上不是那么安全，因为它基本上具有一定的这个所谓的病毒力。接下来要达到一个很好的一个污染控制，我们还要很强的所谓的技术上面的资源。那这个技术上的资源包括怎么样来做诊断，怎么样来使用疫苗的免疫。
So I'll show you two slides about what happens in a pig when it is infected with a PRRS virus and what the immune response is, and then go start looking at some of the evidence research data that emphasizes what the qualities of good vaccines are. So when PRRS infects a pig, there's a rapid appearance of virus in the blood, and it declines over time and becomes absent in blood, but pigs remain infected with the virus in lymphoid tissues.
好，那接下来我们来看一下这个 一个正常的感染的状态，到底在猪产生怎么样的一个状况？那一般猪在感染之后，我们可以发现这个病毒很快的在血里面可以达到很高的一个病毒量，然后这个达到一个病毒量，随着时间的进行，病毒量会逐渐的减低。那这个病毒在血里面渐渐消失之后，并没有在身体里面并没有完全消失，因为这个病毒会从血液慢慢转到我们的这个猪的这个淋巴的组织里面去。
And PRRS infection induces a strong immune response. So again, we're looking at the pattern of viremia, and these are the antibody responses to different PRRS virus proteins. And I want to focus on the nucleocapsid protein, or N, because this is the antigen that is used in the IDEX ELISA, which is the best monitoring tool for evaluating the PRRS status of herds. And you see here that antibody responses appear at day 10 to 14. They reach a peak and then they tend to decline, but they remain positive for substantial periods of time.
好，那我们接下来来看一下这个猪感染了这个PRRS的病毒之后，它产生的这个病毒水症，就如刚刚讲的这个图。那接下来是它的抗体的产生，我们从这边有几个图里面可以看到，对不同的这个蓝耳病的病毒不同部位的蛋白质，包括这里类的几个蛋白质，它的产生的这个免疫反应。那在这里呢，我就要谈这个所谓的 N protein， 就是所谓的合一蛋白质的这个蛋白质，因为这个抗原这个蛋白质基本上是我们目前在 IDEX 用来检测抗体所采用的一个抗原。那基本上我们从这个它的免疫反应，我们可以发现说，免疫反应的产生在感染之后，很快的在2个礼拜之后就会往上升之后，然后接下来它可以得到一个很高的量，同时这个抗体可以延续的时间也可以达到一定的时间哦，可以达到一个非常长的一段的时间。
Very important property of a PRRS vaccine is it has to be cross-protective. Vaccines are made from single isolates of PRRS viruses that are attenuated. There's a huge diversity of viruses in the field, so a vaccine has to have good cross-protection. Here we're looking at an example of cross-protection from a live attenuated PRRS virus vaccine against a high-path PRRS virus challenge. So we see that in the absence of vaccination, 8 out of 12 pigs died within 3 weeks. 100% of pigs survived if they were vaccinated prior to challenge. We see that this shows the time at which death occurred compared to no death in the vaccinated challenged animals. Here is reduction in fever. We see in the absence of vaccination, high fever for a prolonged period of time. If they were vaccinated, reduced fever, and it only lasted for a short period of time.
好，那一个好的一个所谓的活毒疫苗，基本上最重要的要具有的一个很重要的特性，它必须要具有交叉保护的一个能力。那因为我们在现场里面，在猪场里面的这个PRRS病毒基本上是非常的多。所以我们的疫苗基本上对不同的疫苗的病毒，对不同的病毒基本上最好要具有所谓的这个交叉保护力。那我们从这边可以看到，我们这边有做了一些实验，就是说我们比较了免疫之后公毒没有免疫公毒跟对照的这个资料，我们发现你如果这个没有免疫之后，然后再跟它公毒之后，我们发现在这个母猪生下来的这个小猪，基本上这个小猪的存活率是比较低的。另外来，如果有免疫，然后再接公毒的话，它的这个存活率比较高。那另外来，我们也可以看到有免疫跟没有免疫，它在所谓的温度上面的变化、体温的变化，会有很明显的一个差异。
Cross-protection is a highly reproducible feature of live attenuated vaccines. Here we're looking at a number of studies in which animals were either vaccinated or not vaccinated with one of two different vaccines, then they were, in the presence or absence of vaccination, they were challenged with a series of virulent viruses, and this shows the genetic difference between the vaccine virus and the challenge virus. In the absence of vaccination, we see high levels of lung lesions, and these are the averages of studies with 10 pigs per group. And if they were vaccinated before, we see substantially reduced lung lesion values, and the percent reduction is shown in the right, and in every case, this was a statistically significant reduction.
那接下来我们看一下这个交叉的这个保护力，基本上可以重现的哈，可以反复重复出现。那我们这边用了2个这个不同的疫苗啊，那我们做了很多的这个不同的试验，那用了很多不同的这个不同的病毒株，在左边这很多的不同的病毒株，那免疫的不同，2个主要不同的疫苗，用了不同等级不同的这个病毒力的这个病毒株，然后去跟它做攻读。攻读之后，我们可以去看到一个接下来的这个病毒攻读的病毒跟这个疫苗组的这个基因的这个所谓的差异度从这个16-17% 到10几个%。接下来我们这个实验里面，基本上每一个攻读的组别里面都用了10头的猪。那用10头的猪之后，我们可以发现免疫的这个猪里面，基本上在肺脏的病变，你可以看到它的这个数值。这个会比较低，那没有免疫，它会有比较多的这个肺脏的病变。最右边这边，它秀出了所谓的这个它到底减少了多少的这个肺脏的这个病变的这个指数。
Some people have the impression that to get good protection, the challenge virus has to be genetically similar to the vaccine virus, as shown in this example from VR2332. The parent virus of the MLV vaccine. However, if you look at the relationship between genetic difference, shown on the x-axis, and the lung lesion scores, the reduction in lung lesions, among all of the studies that have been done, we see that there is no relationship between percent difference and lung lesions. There is good cross protection regardless of genetic difference.
好，从上一张图，我们大家一般对这个疫苗的概念是认为，这个攻读的病毒或场里面的病毒跟疫苗的病毒株基本上是要越靠近越好。那但是从我们这边的这一大堆的这个实验里面，我们发现，不管你免疫的这个病毒株、免疫的疫苗组，跟你在肠里面的这个病毒株的这个基因的差异度不管多大，那跟这个交叉的保护力并没有直接的关系。那从这个图里面我们发现说，尽管这个差异度存在，而且有一定的差异度存在，那都不影响它的交叉保护力。
This cross protection in attenuated live virus prevention or reduction in virulent virus disease does not require neutralizing antibodies. Here we're showing serum taken from pigs infected with different kinds of viruses, including vaccine viruses and virulent viruses. This serum was tested for neutralizing activity against that same range of viruses. And we see that the black bars are homologous comparisons, and even in 2 of these 7 cases, we see little or no neutralizing antibody. And in almost all of the heterologous situations where we had high levels of protection, we see very little, if any, neutralizing antibody activity.
那一般我们在评估所谓的保护力的时候，经常最常用的是所谓的综合抗体的一个检测方法。但是我们从这边的这个实验里面，我们却发现综合抗体并不是一个它保护力的最重要的一个因素。 那我们这边从好几个图我们秀出来，我们用不同的这个病毒，那去攻毒之后，然后我们再从这个攻毒的这个猪里面取出它的血清，那这个血清再针对不同的病毒去做所谓的一个交叉的一个动物抗结的试验，我们竟然发现，在这些里面有其中至少出现了2个这个病毒，它基本上也没有产生很强的所谓对抗自己本身病毒的一些中和抗体，但是它在这个疫苗的保护效力还是存在。
Now I would like to show you some data on what happens when you use vaccines that are not live attenuated, but are subunit vaccines of proteins or gene products of a virus expressed in a non-virus system. Here is a title from a paper looking at an inactivated vaccine product, and the conclusion is right in the title of a paper: failure to protect guilt. So the conclusion here is that killed vaccines do not protect against PRRS.
那我们现在来介绍一些不是属于活毒的这个疫苗，包括一些所谓的次单位的疫苗，用所谓的不同的这个 PRRS 的蛋白质所研发出来的疫苗，包括一些死毒的疫苗。那这边所做的疫苗的实验，我们发现用这些疫苗免疫所谓的虚拟株之后，并没有办法达到一个对这个虚拟株达到一个保护的一个作用。
This is another study looking at efficacy of a recombinant envelope protein against PRRS, and this candidate vaccine product not only did not protect against PRRS, it enhanced clinical disease following challenge. So here, subunit vaccine did not protect, it made disease worse.
那接下来就是另外一个例子，他用这个有这个研究的学者利用了所谓的次单位的疫苗，然后把它免疫之后，然后再进行所谓的攻毒，他发现他并没有办法来预防，甚至它会造成这个临床的这个症状更为严重。那所以他的一个结论是说，次单位的这个疫苗并没有办法达到一个保护的作用，它甚至会恶化这个疾病的发生。
And this is a study done in sows in the U.S. looking at a modified live vaccine, a vectored product, which was a virus gene put into another expression system, and a subunit partially purified product. No vaccination. This is the amount of PCR positive sows 8 days after infection. No significant difference if vaccinated with a subunit or a vectored vaccine. No viremia if given a modified live virus. Piglet failure to wean, another piglets that died before weaning. Almost 60% with no vaccination, nearly 70 to 80% if given subunit or vectored vaccine. Sows days off feed, which interferes with their ability to milk properly. No vaccine, they very few days off feed, but if given the subunit or the vectored vaccine, had a terrible effect. It exacerbated disease. And no days off feed if given the modified live vaccine. So again, the conclusion, live replicating virus is required for protective immunity.
那我们接下来看，这是一个在北美，在我们国家里面所做的一个对母猪所做的一个试验。那这个试验用了不同的疫苗，包括活毒的这个减毒疫苗，包括载体疫苗，就是把基因把它放到另外一个表现系统里面所做出来的这个载体疫苗。另外就所谓的纯化的蛋白质的次单位疫苗，另外还有所谓为免疫组的这个对照组，为公主对照组。 那从这个攻毒之后，我们发现说，这个没有免疫力的、没有攻毒的对照组跟活毒打了活毒减毒的疫苗，我们可以发现这个母猪的这个出现病毒血症的这个数目非常的少。反之，在打所谓的载体的疫苗，还有这个没有免疫对照组，还有次单位疫苗，也可以发现它的这个阳性出现的比例非常的高，而且打了这些所谓的载体疫苗、次单位的疫苗，也可以发现仔猪在离乳之前，它所死亡的这个比例可以高达60%到80%。另外一个所谓的这个疫苗到底好不好的另外一个指标，就是说打了之后，这个母猪会不会退料，会不会不吃？我们可以发现说，这个对照组的这个活毒的疫苗和所谓的没有免疫的基本对照组基本上都没有问题。但是你打了这所谓的载体跟次单的疫苗，你会发现会有比较多的母猪会出现不出的一个状态。所以结论是这样子，我们的结论是一个有效的疫苗，它必须具有复制的能力。那这个具有复制的能力是提供一个真正具有保护免疫力很重要的一个因素。
This is an example now of an endemic PRRS situation in a nursery where over a period of 3 years, the death loss in the nursery averaged 7.5%. These are closeouts every month or every week over this period of time. So this is the average and the variation over a 3-year period. Again, about the only way to treat PRRS endemic disease is with vaccination. Vaccine was introduced at this point, and over the next 2 years, from 2005 to 2007, death loss was greatly reduced, average of 3.6%, reduced by half, with the variation substantially reduced.
这是另外一个例子，就是在所谓的这个保育猪里面，我们发现在这个猪场里面，他们发现说，在这个打疫苗之前的3年，可以发现在保育猪的这个死亡率平均大概在 7.5。那你所看到的这些每一个点，基本上每一个点是代表这个周次的这个一个变化，那的死亡率大概在 7.5 左右。那在2005年的时候，他们把这个疫苗打下去之后，发现在往后的2年里面，他发现这个死亡率很明显的降到大概只有 3.3， 它的这个死亡率大概只有原来的一半。
So this performance in PRRS positive vaccinated nurseries was just the same as in other PRRS negative nurseries not being vaccinated in the same system. So we see that looking at more than 300,000 animals in each case, mortality was the same or better, average daily gain was the same, and feed efficiency was slightly better. So again, vaccination was a very effective tool in treating PRRS in an endemic herd.
好，从上面的一个结果里面，我们去比较这样的一个使用疫苗所做的一个处理，跟一个完全阴性的猪场也没有阴性的猪场没有做免疫的这个情景的这个成绩去做比较，那所有的事件的这个试验的猪里面都超过了大概30万头的猪。那由这样的 data， 我们可以发现说，使用疫苗的活毒疫苗的方式，可以达到一个几乎跟完全没有 PRRS 的阴性场的这个表现一样。
But what is the other thing you see in this figure? One of the issues that I commonly am asked about in terms of modified attenuated virus vaccines is whether they revert to virulence. This all comes from a situation in Denmark many, many years ago that has never been witnessed again in the history of PRRS to my knowledge. What you do not see here is an increase in mortality that would suggest that there is reversion to virulence. Again, we're looking at very large numbers of animals here, hundreds of thousands. There is no reversion of vaccine virus to virulence. There is no increase in virulence here. And my conclusion is that modified live PRRS virus vaccines do not revert to virulence, and that because of that, these vaccines have a high level of safety.
好，另外呢，在活毒疫苗最重要的一个因素就是这个疫苗必须要是安全的。那如果我们从这个疫苗的这个使用之后，我们如果把这个所谓的死亡率当做一个病毒恢复的这一个指标的话，我们从这样的资料可以看到，这个所谓的病毒恢复并不存在。那这个在我个人的经验里面，除了在很久以前，在丹麦在1996年发生的这个所谓打了疫苗之后造成所谓的病毒恢复的状态里面，在那一次发生之后，那没有之后就没有再发生。那所以在我个人的见解里面，这个病毒使用这个疫苗之后，基本上没有所谓的病毒恢复的问题，所以我认为它是一个相当安全的一个疫苗。
Okay, I've shown you a series of data figures emphasizing the good things that PRRS virus vaccines do. However, there are some limitations. It's important to understand that vaccination is not a substitute for sanitation or good genetics or just good animal management and animal care. The data here show the kinds of variation in how individual pigs respond to PRRS that emphasizes that the genetics of animals plays an important role in how they respond to PRRS virus. Here are groups of 10 pigs each. Each group was given a different PRRS virus that varied in virulence, and we're looking at the lung lesion scores of individual pigs in the group. And no matter what group you pick that got virus, individual pigs, even when there was almost no lung lesions at all, we had 2 pigs with substantial lesions. Another example with a virulent virus where 1 pig died from disease, another pig showed no lung lesions whatsoever. The PRRS virus vaccines are not able to overcome this genetic variation in individual animals. It tells us that there are opportunities here to try and improve vaccines, maybe by selecting for pigs that show innate resistance. But the fact is right now there are variation in pigs that affects how well a vaccine can work.
好，那我们都知道这个疫苗是安全的，但是问题现在有一个很大的影响的因子，就是所谓的宿主本身的一个变异的一个程度，就是不北的猪对抗同样的病毒，不同的猪它产生的一个反应基本上也不太一样。我们这边举了另外一个例子，我们这边有1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8个组别，那这7、8组别，一个组别大概有10头猪。那10头猪，这每组用不同独立的这个病毒株去跟它攻毒之后，我们可以发现，比如说我们在同一组里面，我们可以看到有些猪完全都没有病变，但是有少数几头猪还是会出现一个很严重的一个病变。另外呢，在第4组里面，我们可以看到有一头猪死掉了，有一头猪完全没有病变，但是在其他的猪里面，它确实出现了一个很严重的病变。由这样的一个试验里面，我们发现说，这个猪本身的这个基因，猪本身的这个个体的差异性，在这个对抗PRRS的这个状态下，基本上它存在的差异性，所以单只靠一个病毒，我们并没有办法去取代，说我们还需要依赖其他的所谓的防疫的方法，包括我们要加强卫生管理、消毒，或者品种，或者所谓的比较其他的一些方法。来辅助这个PRRS的一个预防。
One more very important limitation of a good PRRS vaccine is that it only works against PRRS. This means that diagnostics are critical to good herd management. You need to know what the disease agent is when you have animals that do not have high health. And I want to point out here that if you're managing a pig farm and you're looking at finances, you do not ask yourself, do I make money or do I lose money? You're asking me, how much do I make? How much? The quantitative is much more important than the qualitative. In the same vein, when you're looking at health, whether you're looking at viremia by PCR or you're looking at antibody levels by the IDEX ELISA, the numbers matter. You need to know how much virus is in the sample. It can tell you when the pigs got infected or how virulent the virus is. You need to know what the level of antibody is because it has more information than just whether the animals are positive or negative.
好，那最重要还有一个很重要的因素，这个疫苗基本上它只有对 PRRS 有效，那对其他的疾病，你还是要靠其他的所谓的诊断的方法来确定。特别在一个健康度不佳的一个猪场里面，你要靠诊断的方式来看一下，到底还有没有其他的这个病原在猪场里面。那最重要的是，我们在观察所有的指标里面，我们要知道我们到底有没有赚钱。所以这个定量分析变得非常的重要。我们不只现在单纯我们要知道用所谓的这个检测方法，我们不只要知道它是阳性或是阴性，我们还要知道藉由定量的方法，知道这个病毒的例价有多高。那从这个例价多高，我们可以了解到底这个病毒的毒力有多强。那从这样的一个比较仔细的一个方法，我们还可以得到一个比较好的一个资料，那对我们的所谓的整个一个管理会比较有帮助。
So the conclusions about the immunology and vaccinology of PRRS, I want to emphasize that immune responses to PRRS virus are strong and they are cross-protective. We do not know what the mechanism of protection is yet or the role of antibodies, but we're slowly figuring it out. We do not know why all pigs are not highly protected. They do not all make the same immune response, but what's important in the response is something we need to figure out. So again, these live attenuated virus vaccines give effective cross-protective immunity. This includes against highly pathogenic strains, but it is not perfect. Importantly, in my opinion, subunit and vectored vaccines that do not have a virus which is able to replicate in the pig, do not provide effective protection, and they may make disease worse. And importantly, again, vaccines are more effective when you have good diagnostics.
好，那我今天对于所谓的在PRRS免疫学或者疫苗学上面的一个结论，基本上是这样子。这个疫苗基本上或者疫苗的施打或者是自然的感染里面，PRRS的这个免疫基本的这个免疫是很强的，而且它具有所谓的交叉的保护力。那但是呢，我们目前对于到底这个抗体的保护的机制到底它有没有效，我们目前还不太了解还不太了解。那另外呢，就是说我们到目前不知道为什么同样的免疫方式对在猪会产生不同的这个所谓的一个免疫反应，我们到目前也不清楚。但是我们目前清楚，要提供一个所谓的有效的一个保护，这个病毒必须是要具有复制能力的，而且这个所谓的减毒的这个疫苗，基本上它具有复制的能力，它可以提供比较好的所谓的交叉的保护力。那这个对抗所谓的包括其他所谓的高病原的这个病毒株。另外，在我个人的这个意见里面，我对所谓的这个次单位的疫苗或者是载体的疫苗，我并不认为它是具有一个效力的。那另外来，最后就是说一个有效的一个这疾病的诊断，对疫苗的使用会有非常大的帮助。
So I thank you very much for your attention and the opportunity to participate in this meeting. And I have great thanks to Professor Chan for his wonderful translation. 谢谢。
感谢大家，感谢张主任。